Howdy, y'all. This is Thomas here, checking in on some of our investments. If you're into the Klimadao or a carbon credit believer, if you track this market, this one is for you. If you're unaware, then definitely stick around with an opportunity to learn something. Um, whether you're gonna invest directly into Klimadao or another way. There's other ways to invest in the carbon market as well. We've covered that in previous videos, so go check some of those out. Um, yeah, and yeah, so we're just gonna really check through this. There's also some information. Don't forget to like and subscribe uh, regarding Klimadao. Klimadao has now moved their office hours, that's their AMA, to the um, to Twitter. So they're going to be doing it on Twitter. They're no longer going to be doing it on Discord. But definitely go check out their Discord. It's a nice, lively community. One of my favorite places. A lot of well thought out individuals, real contrarian style investors, looking in a direction that most are not. Obviously, you had that huge price swing in Klimadao, that was a lot of APY chasing, and that hype around the DAOs that was around. But out of all the DAOs, I will give my opinion that Klimadao was my and still is my favorite, um, because I had already known about the carbon market and was highly interested in that. So this was a really good way to move forward and unite that market with the trend of blockchains, leveraging the technology behind blockchain to to improve the product tremendously and move the market forward. Um, so it's bringing. So this is just a quick refi 101. If you're unfamiliar, I'm just going to do a really quick recap of the benefits of having the blockchain tokenized version versus the previous CO2 carbon market. Bringing carbon credits onto the blockchain by tokenizing them yields order of magnitude improvements when it comes to fragmentation, liquidity, and transparency. The on chain carbon market is scalable and fast, a key to unlocking sustainable climate action. So they're just doing a comparison here between the previous, the traditional CO2 market versus leveraging the blockchain through with Klimadao, um, and really sequestering all that carbon and turning it into a really its own currency. So it's a carbon backed currency. Very interesting in the way that it's a commodity currency, very much in the spirit of the gold standard, just a higher, just a carbon standard. So you got your traditional as the OPEC, and then the in the contrast you got the Klimadao transparent. The process and the OPEC was often handled by RFPs to source the carbon based on type, volume, and price, and so that's that third party, no direct um, consumer, producer to consumer line, a transparent line as well. So it just led to a lot more middlemaning. Majority of the trades take place via OPEC OTC deals negotiated with little to no record afterwards. So hard to track. It was hard to track if you were purchasing a carbon credit that was maybe sold to previous people as well. Um, so those type of scams are existent in all places, and so that's one of the things that makes the blockchain beautiful. Is exactly that. All products and trades are immutably recorded on the blockchain, so if this carbon credit was already sold to somebody else, you're not going to buy it, and it's so it just really holds accountability. It increased the transparency. Increases the accountability. So you got multiple offsetting pools types exist with defined criteria, pricing, and immediate liquidity. So that way you can I search out particular carbon credits via dates. Of course, you can sort them by price. you can even sort them geologically, and or particular different types. Some are reforestation, some are carbon avoidance. So there was many different ways to create carbon credits, and so if you're looking to purchase a particular type, the blockchain and Klimadao leverages that technology to really bring that into focus, and bring it to everybody as well. The previous one had a clear high cost, time engagement cost, fees, the brokers and other fees, including margins, were anywhere from 2.5% to over 200%. So that's an extremely high premium to pay. And so on the contrast, you got this less than 1% fees on the Klimadao side, and the cost dynamically shown in real time. Numerous decentralized exchanges to provide reliable trading outlets. So you can actually get yourself. You can create carbon credits, get them verified by Gold Standard or Vera, and then also onboard them onto the chain, and move forward with that as well. It doesn't have to be a major corporation to create carbon credits, and to move them on chain. So if you're interested in that, there's definitely places to go, and links. If you want to see more about that, then let me know in the comment section, and I'll hook you up with some information and some details for that. The traditional was non-scalable because it was just it was multiple product sources, and the intermediators. I feel like I would have liked to say intermediators, or not intermediators, but yeah. So okay. That's a high friction due to the due diligence complications and the market participations in one-off deals. Higher counterparty risk because there's not a place to consistently get them. They were done by mostly middlemans and brokers. So now you get this more consumer to or producer to consumer pipeline through the Klimadao. So it's readily scalable. Carbon bridging infrastructure leveraging blockchain technology provides immense scaling potential to build liquidity on chain. New automated infrastructure provides a highly efficient route to blockchain enabled carbon markets. So it's it grows as quickly and as the market does, and it is a growing market. So you got your no yield. Holders of carbon credits lack additional return opportunity without trading and incurring additional costs. Yes, that was true. No place to really no exchanges to sell them, or to bond them, or to stake them. So here's the high yield. Additional returns are possible on chain by utilizing other DeFi native applications that integrate carbon. And this is the example as the collateral. So it's real interesting to see how this continues to develop. There's also the movement of using Klimadao in the script of NFTs, allowing NFTs to the holders of NFTs to sequester carbon, and that that will be held as a badge of honor as well. So you got your slow speed. Obviously, that happens to things that are off chain, and then obviously the contrast of doing things online is just high speed. You're no longer going to the library. You're waiting around on calls. Don't even have to get into that one. And then of course you got the low liquidity, versus the deep liquidity of on chain, and the Klimadao system that has done so well, and sequestered so much carbon. This is their website here, constantly getting improved. So they have the latest news is building a better NFT, making your NFTs climate positive with Klimadao. So maybe I'll check that out, and do some reporting on that. Let me know if you're interested in that. Get a certain amount of likes, and I'll definitely do that. I love to know. I'm going based on the analytics. So if you're a fan of Klimadao, then definitely like and comment, and let me know that you want to see more of these. Doesn't help, or it doesn't hurt to share, and of course, subscribe if you're interested in coming along and doing some due diligence, getting into the weeds. As as a learning investor, somebody who's always looking to do some work to make informed decisions. Catch you on the next one.